That was beautiful.
I know. You should see my burp, Taj. If you guys want to see me do nothing but burp and my friends burp, go over to the Burp Taj. It's on my channel right now. Hello everyone, this is Executioner459, and the few clips you're going to be watching, or the video you're going to be watching, is a bunch of stories that I've heard and experienced most of my life. Some of which I don't really remember that well. Some of which may or may not be true. I really didn't check while talking about it. Some things got a little political in this recording, and I do apologize. I really don't do that very often. So yeah, I want to go ahead and apologize to everybody who, if you get offended. Again, it's one of my opinions and everything like that, and that's just where I stand. But again, some of the stories that I tell in this video may or may not be true. I didn't really check while making it, so I really don't know, again, to this point as I'm editing it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for your understanding.
Yeah, I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for Black Ops 4.
With the wrong Roman numerals?
Yes.
You know what? That's what makes that game beautiful, and I can't wait. I mean, I like this game. This has a deep connection with me, which most of you don't know this. My great-grandfather on my mom's side and my great-grandfather on my dad's side were both in World War II. I don't know what my dad's side was positioned at, but I know that my mom's grandfather was actually positioned in Germany, where he killed Nazis. Anybody else? Anybody else? Did you just see the feed?
I did.
See, guys, that's what I do. My great-grandfather was in Germany fighting Nazis. When the war was finally over and he came home, he brought home with him a German handgun that he got from a soldier. We still have it. It's a big part of history, and Fuzzy, this is literally all true. I'm not making this up. When you hold something like that, you hold history. Like, the gun is so heavy, like, when you hold it, you think, you think about what was done with that gun, who held it, who was killed, and there was probably some animals, so what was killed. But you could just imagine the good and the bad done with that gun. I say the good and the bad because when a soldier polices a gun or picks it up and uses it, I mean, they do some good with it. But, you know, that's why I was excited for World War II, because I wanted to experience what my great-grandfather experienced in a way that I might be able to understand just a little bit more, because I know that they try to make this as historically accurate as possible.
Yeah.
And this game is very special to my heart because I wanted to know, I wanted to kind of see what my great-grandfather saw. Which, if you guys don't know, in the beginning of this game, you see D-Day. Which, you know, pretty cool. Also, it's cool, but not cool. What I mean is, it's cool that you get to see They get a good visualization beside, Saving Private Ryan. A good visualization of what happened during that time. A lot of people don't realize that. Which, with all the stuff going on in our world, kids tend to forget about this time period that actually happened. Like, I saw the whole thing about the whole the banning of guns and stuff like that. That one kid or so, like the Parkland survivor. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's a post out right now that he said that generations before us didn't know what it was like to get gunned down with AR-15s. Motherfucker, have you not heard of World War I or II? D-Day? Japan? Okay, generations before us. Generations before us was shot at. My great grandfather, my dad's side, was shot in the neck by a Nazi sniper. He was incontinent and paralyzed for the rest of his life during that time. He came home paralyzed, basically in a bag. Where my great grandmother was a nurse, she was able to take care of him for the rest of his life. And I think he survived to be 70. I have to ask my grandmother. But he survived quite a bit after that. And kids don't realize this period in time happened. It really did. Okay, our generations before us don't know what it's like to be shot down by AR-15s. That kind of weaponry didn't exist. A full automatic, like the stuff we see nowadays in modern weaponry. Okay. But they went through hell. Like
that word doesn't even describe what they went through.
No, that's sugarcoating World War II, Afghanistan, Vietnam War. That's just sugarcoating what had happened to them. They didn't go through hell. They were walking through it, living it, breathing through it. Okay.
Daggone.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm play of the game. Please. Yes!
Uh-oh.
Watch this. Boom! Boom!
You're using the same gun as me.
Boom!
Did you have a burger on your gun?
Yeah, I had a burger on my gun. I had a cheeseburger. And I don't mean to get political or anything, but that's what people forget. World War II, Vietnam War. They forget that in Japan there was bonsai attacks, which were the Japanese soldiers at that time would charge at them with knives, guns, and swords, knowing they're going to die, but trying to bayonets, charging at them. But their entire goal was to sacrifice themselves in honor of the Imperial Japan and kill as many of the soldiers as possible before they fall. That was their whole goal.
Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
I have not.
Really great movie. Really, really great movie.
Dunkirk? Have you seen Dunkirk?
I have.
The last few surviving World War II veterans that actually were at Dunkirk that went to watch that movie for accuracy, wanting to know if it was as accurate as they could make it. And those two veterans said it was like I was back there. It was like I was there again. So that's a really accurate movie that I want to see. I'm not too much into war movies. I'm more into sci-fi, but knowing history is kind of fun.
Yeah. Um, Saving Private Ryan is literally one of my favorite movies. But
It's as I think it's slightly accurate. I have to look reviews on it on accuracy, but yeah, I mean, our generations before us went through hell, all kinds of it. What am I doing? I have a rifle. I was about to go snipe. I was about to get into a sniping position, like a dumbass. And then there was Vietnam War, where the grass itself, the fucking Vietnam, it wasn't the soldiers you had to worry about in Vietnam, it was the fucking country.
yeah.
The grass would cut you. The grass. You had to fight a leaf. You had to be a Pokemon trainer and fight a grass type Pokemon, which was just grass. And then Agent Orange and stuff like that. And then worst of all was the punji sticks, which were bamboos covered in waste, human feces, whatever, poison, whatever they could get their hands on, and just covered in it. So by the time you got out of it after screaming and your teammates hearing, or not teammates, but your squad mates finally hearing you scream in agony, once you got out, sepsis and all kinds of diseases would occur. Then you die. Okay. Still not an AR-15. Let me give you a better example. This, as a nation, as generations, we've been through a lot. Each new generation is going to tell the ones behind us you wouldn't understand. Okay, take what we know and use it to understand.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like there hasn't been wars and people haven't died. He's dumb as
Here's
fuck.
the thing. People die every day. Have an itch. People are going to die every day. And here's what I'm getting. You can, ban guns. All guns. Handguns, assault rifles, shotguns,
people will still
rifles.
It doesn't matter.
People will die. Evil always finds a way. Cain and Abel. The first death, probably one of the first deaths in recorded history in the Bible. He didn't use a gun. I don't know really what he used. It's been a while since I read Genesis, but like a rock or the jawbone of a mule. I can't remember. It's a little blurry. All I can remember is what Supernatural said that he used. The first knife, which is a sharpened jawbone of a mule. But alas, like I've said, evil finds a way. Great Britain right now, ban guns. Guess what they're trying to ban now? The open carry of knives.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Because there's been so many knife deaths. There has been so many stabbings that they're trying to ban knives. Like I said, evil will always find a way. And you know it will.
Oh, yeah.
A whore could be in a church and still find a way to be a whore.
It's a good analogy.
A drug addict is going to find a drug A killer will find a weapon, and a whore will be a whore. Like, it doesn't take rocket science to understand that.
This guy does.
I just got a Fury kill, and I love it. See, guys, I'm being political, and I'm doing good. Well, not really political, just philosophical.
Philosophically political.
I mean, it's remember in Jurassic Park what Jeff Goldblum said, like in the movie, nature will find a way.
Yeah.
That's the same exact lesson. You can find a way to kill someone, whether it's with a knife, gun, stone, stick, bow and arrow, your bare hands, a dildo. Trust me, you can kill someone with a dildo.
Yeah, beat him in the face with it enough. Shit.
I've got to. I'll tell you this later. I don't know if I've ever talked about it, but I was watching a video of Big Jiggly Panda Mini Lad. It was Mini Lad. Shout out to Mini Lad, by the way, for this funny shit. They were playing Cards Against Humanity, and they discovered a 3-foot tall dildo.
Oh, fuck.
Again, you can kill someone with a dildo. It's as big as round as a frying pan. Shit. Now, guys, I really don't get that political at all. It's just the stuff about guns really piss me off because they think making them illegal will stop people.
Never been so wrong in their day.
Not having a valid sticker on your car is illegal, or an inspection sticker. In West Virginia, it's not. You have to have an inspection sticker like every month or every year, a new one. People still go on without it.
Hey, we won. We talked about politics the whole time.
The title of that video is going to be "Sorry I Got Political." Well, I mean, it's just like illegal. It's like things that are illegal. What do people still do? Moonshine. Illegal unless licensed. Guess what people still do? Make moonshine.
There's a whole show about it.
There's a show. That's the funny. Think about this. It is illegal to make very strong alcohol known as moonshine. Guess what? There's a show. They're going to ban guns. Guess what? They're going to make a show. You know what? It's going to be called Gun Runners.